Good morning everyone. So today I'm heading up to Sendai in Tohoku for a quick weekend trip. So first stop is Tokyo Station. The problem with Tokyo Station is that it is gigantic. So trying to find your way through it is kind of like going through a maze. It's almost as bad as Shinjuku. Ah, there it is. I'm meant to be going for the Shinkansen. Okay. And one of the traditions associated with Shinkansen is the Eki-ben. Eki is station and ben is for bento. So these are bentos you specifically take onto the train with you. So there are a lot of varieties here, which makes picking one really hard. Now the main problem with Eki-ben is that they all come cold. So when things like fried chicken in there, it's not exactly going to be the best. I didn't end up getting an Eki-ben because they're quite expensive actually. I got something a little bit smaller. This is called a Katsu Sando, which is pork katsu inside a sandwich. It might sound kind of weird, especially eating it cold, but let me assure you, it's actually a really good combination. You can see they definitely don't skimp out on the katsu. It's a pretty thick cut sandwich. Oh yeah, it's really good. You can see they've already added a tonkatsu sauce to it. A thin layer of sauce underneath the katsu. I really like how they didn't put that much bread in it. You can see the bread is really thin compared to the thick katsu in the middle, and that's really the star of the show here. There's a lot of pork in there. And I don't know how they do it, but they have maintained a decent amount of crunchiness. I thought because it was cold, it's not going to be crunchy at all, but it's actually a little bit crunchy. If this was a little bit warm or even hot, that would be amazing. So I am now in the city of Sendai, and as you can see, it is snowing. It's absolutely beautiful. I had no idea that it would be snowing, so this is a pleasant surprise for me. It's really cold as well. I think I underdressed for this because I was not expecting snow. In Australia, we pretty much never see snow. That's why I'm so excited. From Sendai Station, I'll be heading off to Matsushima Bay, one of the most famous sites in Japan, and hopefully it'll be snowing there as well. You can see this must be a picture taken in the summer because this is what this area looks like right now. It's entirely covered in snow. It's really thick snow actually. Woo! So much powder. It is cold. This is meant to be a park here, and unfortunately I did not prepare for this very well. My shoes are not waterproof, so it's probably a bad idea for me to go on here. Probably should just stick to the footpath. First stop of the day is that temple up there. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see the roof covered in snow up there. You can see just how much snow is here. This whole area is covered in snow. And then later we'll take a sightseeing cruise and head out to Matsushima Bay. Not actually sure what's going on here, but there's a parade led by a guy in a dinosaur. And the guy has to hold his tail up. There's a bunch of people coming up behind them as well. I think this is meant to be some kind of a Christmas parade. This is totally random. So this is Godaido Temple, one of the most important places here in Matsushima Bay. Now it's known for its strange looking bridge. You can see it's got horizontal beams across with gaps in the middle. So it's said that if you, on your way to the temple, trip, then you're not ready to enter the temple. But of course these days, with the wooden beam across it, it's now pretty easy. And the best thing about this temple is that it is completely free, and on the back of the temple you have a very nice view of Matsushima Bay and all the little islands that dot around the bay. So later on we're going to hop on one of those cruises over there and go take a sightseeing tour. Next up is Fukurojima or Fukuura Island, one of the few publicly accessible islands here in Matsushima Bay. Also famous is the Fukurajima Bridge, and the local legend says that this 250-meter bridge is known for romantic encounters. So you could potentially meet the one here, but as you can see there is pretty much nobody on this bridge, so zero chance of that happening. Well, that's something I haven't seen before, a snow-covered beach. Anyway, there isn't much to do on Fukurajima except just walk around and enjoy the views, take lots of pretty pictures, and check out the pine trees that make Matsushima Bay famous. And the good thing about pine trees is that they don't die in winter, so there's still something to see, and combined with the snow, it is really beautiful. Matsushima is famous for its oysters, and all around the islands here you can see the water is just filled with oysters. There are like thousands and thousands of oysters just in this one little spot. I wish I could pick some up and eat them right now. The last thing on my itinerary today is a cruise around Matsushima Bay. And there are two companies here that do cruises, but for whatever reason, one company is cheaper. So this one, adult, is 1,000 yen, and over here for an adult is 1,350 yen. So I'm gonna go with the one that is cheaper. They have a departure every hour up to 4 o'clock, but in winter they finish off at 3 o'clock. And you can see here they've discounted the price from 1,500 down to 1,000, probably because of COVID, which is kind of sad. They must not be getting many tourists at all. And by waiting until the very last cruise at 3 o'clock, it actually paid off. As you can see, it is no longer snowing or cloudy. You can see really far now. Oh my god, look at those dogs. Look at those huge dogs. Oh my god, those are gigantic dogs. So cute and white and fluffy. Oh. Oh my god, when they're standing in the snow, it's like they almost blend in. They're so big and strong. You can see when they want to move somewhere, the owner has to try really hard to pull them back. Once inside the cruise, you have to pay an extra 300 yen to go on the second floor. But it is worth it because that is where the outdoor deck is, which is where you can get the best views of Matsushima Bay.